start this? Brian, start us off, please.
For Braden, just that run you had there, the 17-2 run as a team, but also that personal run you had, just kind of rising to the occasion. Is that what it was?
I mean, the coaches were just telling me, like, at halftime, like, I had those first 2 quick turnovers. They were saying you got to keep being aggressive, like, you need to have the ball in your hands, being able to make plays and create for others. So just being able to have that confidence, and from the players also just being able to tell me, like, hey, go do your thing, really helped.
Zach, 32 minutes in the game. A lot of minutes for you over the last few years. What's it like? I mean, early in the season, getting those minutes and just seeing that excitement out on the floor.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, everyone wants to get those minutes. I mean, no one wants to sit on the bench. My last few years, obviously, I had Travion with me, so when he was in, I was fine with it. But this year I have to step into a bigger role in terms of minutes, and I feel like I'm ready for it.
David, just what did the combination of you and Braden on the floor bring tonight?
Yeah, it's funny because in practice we don't really get to do it much. We're usually on opposing teams to guard each other, but man, I think it's good for me and him, one, because we relieve pressure off one of another, and to be honest, quite frankly, I've ran the two most of my life in general, so it's kind of comfortable for me and seeing him push the ball up the court, and he's easy to play with because he finds people, not just myself. He looks the pose, he looks for the skip, he's dynamic guard, so I feel comfortable playing with him because I don't feel like I'm the only one out there, and I know he feels the same way because we talk to each other at the court, and it's easy just for one or the other to put the ball on the court, so it's a good feeling.
Yeah, for Braden, kind of the same thing. What did you guys do well against the press tonight, and what about the combinations there in the second half? You guys only turned the ball over 6 times and shoot 56% in the second half. Seemed like you guys kind of had some experience in the first half, and it carried over into the second.
Yeah, definitely. Just to piggyback on what he said, just being able to have that pressure release. I mean, when I'm bringing up the ball and just have that other guard. I mean, he has experience. He knows kind of how it goes, and just being able to talk to me and help me through it. I mean, I struggled a little bit earlier, but as the game goes on, he's talking to me, telling me hey, you take control of it. It's your ball. You got it. We need you to help do this and all this. So just being able to have him do that and kind of guide me really was helpful.
For Braden, can you just talk a little bit about that moment where you hit the runner in the lane and then they called timeout and you kind of yelled at the crowd a little bit? What was that moment like for you?
I kind of just threw up the ball and was hoping for a miracle. It's kind of what happened. I mean, I kind of got a couple to go, so then, I don't know, the guy was coming over, said take a charge, so I just kind of just threw it up there, but hope for a prayer, and I guess it went in, so.
Zach, what did those two guys help you weather that storm tonight? And how did they bring you guys back to win this game?
Just breaking the press, really. I mean, that's kind of something we struggled with a lot last year. This year, feel confident we can have one of them bring the ball up. They won't go, like you said, we only had 6 turnovers on the game. That's great for a team that's pressing us all game. All they wanted to do was just get us to turn the ball over. But instead, we kind of flipped it on them. They couldn't even really press at the end because we were breaking the press, we were getting an offense quick, and we we're getting buckets out of it. So just kind of have them just be steady. One of those frustrating things is when you turn the ball over in a press. So just having them kind of giving that constant press break so we could get into our flow of offense and get our shot was great.
For Dave and Braden, if I could, what did you guys learn about yourselves as a team tonight to play in this sort of environment against this sort of opponent, to weather what Joplin did there in the second half and be able to respond?
What I really like about this team is, obviously this is our first real challenge, I should say. And Marquette's a really dynamic team. They got guards who can go shoot and score and different things, but I just like how poised we were throughout the whole game. Obviously a few turnovers and a few mistakes here and there in the beginning of the game, but we stayed poised through the first and the second half. And I just think that's important, especially going on later on in the season and these next couple games we got coming up, going into Portland. Being able to be poised and picking up each other and handling adversity is going to be essential for us overall.
I'd say the same thing, just that adversity. Obviously, we haven't really seen that much yet, so just being able to have the team like that, I mean, like he said, I mean, they're really good. All positions are very skilled, and just being able to guard that and kind of figure that out and play it by ear and go from there.
Hey, David, you've played other places. Big crowd tonight. What's it like to be on the floor and have these fans just pick you guys up?
Man, it was crazy. To be honest, I don't even know what to say about it. You know what I mean? You hit a shot and they're just going crazy. It makes you feel even better. The adrenaline rush makes you want to guard your man that much more. It's just fun in there, man. And then again, your teammates are cheering just as loud for you. You hit a shot, you look over at the bench, your teammates going crazy for you. I mean, it's just a good feeling when each teammate is genuinely happy for the next person right next to him. And I just feel like that's going to be so important. I just feel like this team is very connected on and off the court. So,
Mike,
Zach, just, I guess one concern coming out of this is the inability to secure defensive rebounds enough tonight. How much will that be an emphasis when you guys get ready to go to Portland?
Yeah, I mean, Payne will definitely help us doing rebound drills. He loves those things. We're definitely working on box people out. I feel like they were a really athletic team, probably way above what we're usually going to see. They really crashed the glass hard, and they kind of gave us like one of those lessons. Like, we really got to box out, we got to hit. I felt like kind of in the second half, we kind of did a lot better on that. We reduced the rebounding margin that they had in the first half. And we kind of were learning from it as the game came on, because every time you didn't box them out, the ball somehow was going right to them. Like Payne says, if you mess up, they're usually going to get the ball. There's usually some good things going to happen to them. So we really just kind of locked in, especially at the end of the second half, on just box people out, securing defensive rebounds, and then getting in transition.
For Zach, just the start you got off to in the second half, I imagine Matt's message was get the ball inside, but did you do anything different schematically or whatever to get the ball inside, have a little more success with the entry process or anything like that?
We learned that they're kind of full fronting throughout the first kind of half, basically. So we were trying to get some more kind of reverse pivot action, kind of get the ball in from different ways rather than just kind of getting in from the wing. Different teams are going to play post defense different ways, so just kind of learning and building from it was something that was a big emphasis kind of in the locker room during halftime.
Kelly and then DJ.
Braden, David kind of talked about the adrenaline rush that he felt, but for you, coming in clutch late in the game, what was kind of going through your head?
I was kind of exhausted, I'm not gonna lie. My legs were kind of hurting. Kind of just like what Dave said, like when the fans are cheering, yelling like that, and then you see your teammates picking you up behind there, it just makes you want to play that much harder, and you kind of forget about it. Like there's moments like where I was super tired, but like just hearing the crowd, hearing my teammates like, let's go, we need one more. Like just being able to have that kind of makes me forget about really what, like how I'm feeling and more like focused on the game. So just to be able to have that around us and along with the teammates is huge.
Yeah, for Zach, going back to the rebounding a little bit, Marquette gets 15 offensive rebounds, but they're only able to get 6 second chance points there in the game. Just what do you guys think you guys did as a team well defensively to kind of maintain your composure when some of those moments and there was just chaos, with the ball flying around all over the place?
Yeah, I think it comes down to kind of the chemistry that we have. When the other team gets an offensive rebound, we're not really getting on each other. We're not getting mad at each other. We're not like throwing our hands up and like giving up and kind of giving them easy shots. We're just kind of that happened. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna keep playing defense. We're gonna play the defense second time, a third time, however many times we need until we get that defensive rebound, and then we're gonna go in offense.
Is there anything else?